Hello, hello. It's New Theme Thursday. Hey, it's Care. Welcome to My Take at the Lake. Very excited about today's new theme. It's so much fun. Can't wait to get started on this one. This is for my half-sister. I said before I didn't have any siblings. That wasn't entirely true. I have a half-sister, and she likes sugar skulls. And so we are doing sugar skulls today. That's the theme that we're talking about. And then at the end, I will give you some offshoot ideas in case sugar skulls are not your thing. And I understand that. It's a pretty sort of narrow market for sugar skulls because they're either super fun and bright and beautiful, or you think them kind of creepy, or somewhere in the middle. But I wanted to show you what I have for this project that I am doing. This is another Halloween goodie I picked up in October. $1, whopping $1. This will probably just be for presentation, not for anything having to do with the journal, other than a presentation, kind of like I did for Mel's Halloween Walking Dead book I did for her for Christmas a while back. Similarly, I picked this up. I thought he was so cute. Sparkles. I am just a sparkle junkie sometimes. And if it sparkles, well, I'm going to take it home. Plus, both of our favorite color is purple. We did not grow up together, my half-sister and I. But she came to stay with me a few years ago, and we got to know each other really well. And holy smokes, is it crazy to have someone who's so much like you that you've never met before. Or not, I shouldn't say never met. That's not true at all. But that you hadn't spent any time with. It's not like we were raised together or that we hung out together. She lived in Florida, I lived in Michigan. How much further apart can you be? So it was fun to get to know her. And this is for her. These got my fire lit. I've been collecting stuff for her since October. We're in springtime now, but I saw these buttons at Walmart, and they are so stinking cute. I can't stand it. So I got these buttons, and I got all my stuff together, and I have started working on this project. So I can't wait to do the flip through for you before I send it to her. So of course I got, these are also, they're window clings, they're jelly, three-dimensional jelly window clings. So I think what I'll do is cut them out and use them as tucks. So as she goes through the book, she can pull out these little guys and maybe put them in her car window, or who knows. But they were so perfect, and $1, I couldn't go wrong. So there's that. Not sure where I found these stickers. I want to say Meyer. Could be Dollar Tree. I'm not sure. For tuck-ins and corner pockets and those kinds of things. Super, super fun. Now, this came from Meyer. It has all the same colors in it that the skulls do. And it's foil. I don't know if you can see it, if it's showing up here on the camera. Pull it out of the... Oh, sorry about that. See how, almost sparkly. Shiny and sparkly are way up there in my book. It doesn't have to be glitter. It can just shine, and I'm happy. But holy smokes, tissue paper, $5. It just better do what I want it to do. It does. It makes me happy. I'm just looking at it. The spectrum, the rainbow colors, the bright. Love, love, love it. I had these in my stash. These are from Stickopotamus. Probably from 20 years ago, scrapbooking a while back. Yeah. So, but they're the same colors. And, you know, you can go overboard with the theme. You really can. You can totally go overboard. So, you want something different to intermix, to coordinate, to intermix. You don't want every single thing to be sugar skull, or you wouldn't be able to see the sugar skull. This was, again, and she shares my love of sparkle and glitter and shine, so this is right up her alley as well. It's just a little pouch. I got 3 in a pack after school on the back to school sales. After school started, they had all that stuff yet. This book is one from one of my St. Vinny's hauls. I'm pretty sure it was $1. I'm sorry, it was 50 cents. I've already gone through and pulled out all the pages that I wanted to. This is going to be a 3-in-1 book. If you haven't seen that video, in that video I explained that I was an only child, which I was raised as an only child. So I'm spoiled rotten, and I don't like to have to make choices. If I like all 3 options, well, I want all 3 options. I like junk journals. I love altered books. And I love traveler's notebooks. So what I have done is I found the center of the book. What I'm talking about with this 3-in-1 deal is I did an experiment, and it seems to have worked out beautifully, and so I call it a 3-in-1 book. It is an altered book. Book that I took pages out of to make an altered book. And so it's an altered book. I put in, this is my own. I just randomly grabbed some of my dyed papers I had. Some of them are coffee dyed. And I literally just grabbed and randomly filled the pages with my papers. Different ways. Just for fun. Just covered up the text. Some have pockets. Obviously some fabric tabs. I found this fabric that was just so much fun and pretty, that I had to work it in here somehow, and so it's going to be tabs all the way through just because I like the way that it looks. The back half, same thing, altered book, in that I've taken papers and I've covered the text. Now I can decorate this any way I want. It can be a writing journal. It doesn't have to be, but it can be a junk journal as well, or both. A writing journal, there's pockets and tucks and whatnot throughout. So, number 1, it's an altered book. Number 2, it's a junk journal, because I can stuff it full of junk, and I've already kind of started with just random papers. Number 3, it is a traveler's notebook, in that in the center, of this altered book, I took out a big chunk of the center pages. That's the first thing I did. I took out a whole bunch of center pages so that I had about equal on either side of that center. These are just hair bands. It's what I had on hand, and boy, they seem to work out perfectly for most of these books. Then I just grabbed, again, random pages from my stash that they're coffee dyed or otherwise dyed. Office papers that I had, stuff I found at St. Vinny's. Again, totally random. This is vintage construction paper here. And I sewed a signature. I just did a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. Very simple. There's a million videos out there on how to do that. Pam at the Paper Outpost, I think, has the simplest. She's very, very good at explaining these things, so I'll link hers below. So it's a traveler's notebook, in that I can just grab, and so this I can decorate again as a junk journal. This could just be writing. This could just be notes. This could just be junk journal, however you want to make it up. But this band, when this little insert, when this signature is filled with commonplace quotes, or if I filled it with ephemera that I have collected, whatever, I can take it out if I want to. 49 Dragonflies uses her altered book as a planner. So if I decided to use this as my planner, I have this notebook where I can take this out if I need to pretty quickly and take this and just go. Or take this, it's a lot easier to write in when it's not inserted. So, altered book, traveler's notebook style insert, and junk journal decorated if that's your choice. So it's all 3 in 1. I didn't have to pick one or the other. I got all 3, my 3 in 1s. This is, I've done a number of these as gifts, and they're quite popular. So far, so good. Holding up. This one, the way that it was constructed, I knew it was very solid. These pages are very solid. This one wasn't quite as sturdy. So what I did is, once I got my center insert in, I put art glitter glue, a good amount, and I used the tip and I just worked it in there as much as I could to get as much glue down in there as I could so that these pages are sturdy. Make sense? So after I took the chunk out of the center, and I just guesstimated, I did not count, I just eyeballed it. Then I removed pages, about 5, because this was not a very big book. And so I did 4 or 5 pages. Decided, okay, so I'm going to keep this one because it's a pocket. So that, I kind of messed up a little bit so that this is going to be glued to that. Not a big deal, no big deal at all. Then skip a page so that you have 1 page, and then tear out 4 or 5 pages so that then these glue together and cover up the torn bits. Again, lots and lots of pictures, videos on how to do an altered book. I suggest 49 Dragonflies. She does one every month. She shows you how to tear out the pages and how to work on it. So, because she's always working in her planner. And then I glued, did I glue my pocket together? Oh, did I do it wrong? No, I didn't. I just got a little carried away with the glue. So it's all ready to decorate now. And I can't wait to show you what I got to decorate. I've been converted. I'm doing a video upcoming, the love-hate relationship with digital kits, because A, I didn't understand them, and B, once I did understand them, holy smokes, now I'm addicted. This digital kit is from Pink Pueblo, the specific one. I found, I think, 3 or 4 that I had a hard time deciding, but ultimately I went with Pink Pueblo digital kit, and I'll link that below, because she had this purple one, and this is perfect for Sissy. She will like that. So the kit came with red, blue, purple, and orange, and green, plain, like this. Just the single colors. It also came with 3 different black background. And these are just each a little bit different. Like these are all looking straight at you, and these are all kittywampus. So they are a little bit different background patterns. A hot pink, I just love this one, and a green multi. It's perfect. So what I'm going to do is, like this one, instead of graph paper, it's going to be a sugar skull of some sort. Or I recently dyed a whole bunch of papers with some food coloring. So I got these nice bright. I do a lot of coffee dyeing. I love coffee dyed paper. But for something like this is a bright, white, vibrant book. I don't want coffee dyed vintage. It's just not that style. It needs to be bright. And so I have this beautiful collection now. I'll show you a picture because they're so pretty when they're all together. So pretty. Anyway, so I'm going to coordinate. I'll either do two pages of sugar skull and then some plain paper. So again, she can write on this if she wants. It can be a total junk journal for her. The other thing that I do with all of my books that I give away as gifts when they're this significantly themed, and so far they all have been very themed, is I do my letter from the bookmaker. Mine is called Letter from the Journal Maker. And I put in the background of the letter, I put something coordinating, like my aunt's, I put a vintage sewing machine in the background, and my mom's had her vintage roses in the background of that letter. So the letter will be customized as well as the book and its pages just for her. The other thing that I do so far with all of my journals is I do junk journal gift bundles. So she's getting the 3-in-1 altered book, traveler's notebook style insert junk journal. She's also going to get a glue book with a letter about glue books explaining what they're for and how to use them in various ways. So she's getting that. She's also going to get a mini folder, a mini, not mini, what am I trying to say? A folio. Again, I learned how to do this from Pam at the Paper Outpost, and I do these all the time because they're quick and they're easy and they're so handy. I will, again, do a flip through. Once all this is done, I will come back and show you. But I found these fat quarters at Walmart, I think $1.97 or $1.50. The first one I bought was this one. They didn't have the black, and I thought it was great. But when I saw the black, I really liked that one better. So these will probably go on the glue book and the folio. This is just a hanging file folder that I've cut the hanger off. I've cut it to size so that 8.5 by 11 papers fit right in there just nicely. So I trimmed it out. I could probably trim this one down just a little bit more. Trim it off just a little bit more. And there's extra. How does this go? It goes like this. There's extra on it. When you cut this off, it makes a perfect little tuck, long, tall notebook. So I just use scraps. I just use scrap bits, and I tuck that in. Again, I will do a final flip through so you can see this all come together. Right now, it's just ideas, but I have done them and they've worked out pretty well. So I'm just going to keep doing that again. Different theme, different style. Every time I do it a little bit differently, only because I learned some from the last time, right? We learn as we go. So we're 15 minutes in. Just a quick note. I'll be as brief as I can, because I'm not sure that I've been clear on this in other videos, but one of the reasons I want to explain myself why New Theme Thursdays exist. So, as you may or may not know, I am a creativity consultant. Creativity coach. I teach people how to be more creative in general in more areas of their life. So creativity is a big part of my life. Even when I was teaching college English, I taught the creative process to all of my students, whether I taught journalism or composition or creative writing, or even the literature classes. If you're a creative thinker, you're a critical thinker, and you think more deeply, more widely. Anyway, so creativity is a big part of what I do every day in every way. So when I decided to take on junk journaling, I started watching videos and learning all I possibly could about junk journals. And what I have found after watching countless videos from, I don't know, at least 100 different YouTube creators, I have found, and I will show you my list, I have found about 10. We don't even hit 10. We hit 9 themes that 95% of junk journals fall into one of these 9 themes. 9. Not even 10. That makes me crazy because we're creative people. The people who are teaching junk journal making and junk journal tips and tricks and making junk journals are creative people. Why keep doing botanicals and butterflies, botanicals and butterflies, botanicals and butterflies? And I'm going to warn you, this is a bit of a rant, and you're going to hear botanicals and butterflies over and over and over again. It's now cliche. If you watch a couple of my early videos, my journaling by fives, there's 2 or 3 butterflies in my journaling by fives journal. If you watch some of my hauls, I was collecting books and talking about when I do my botanical journal, I want to do a botanical journal. Well, holy smokes. I have had the equivalent now of a vaccination against botanicals and butterflies. Am I anti-butterfly? Against the butterflies? No, I love butterflies in my garden. What I'm against, what I am anti, is stuck in ruts. So here are the list. Butterflies are in everything. Victorian is another theme that you see everywhere. Everybody's got a Victorian journal. Vintage, anything vintage. You'll find butterflies, and you'll find whatever the vintage thing is. Even if it's vintage grunge, there'll be a butterfly. And I blame Tim Holtz for this, quite frankly. He loves butterflies, clearly. And I'm sure it was he who put his butterfly wings behind his paper dolls and something. And now everybody's putting butterfly wings on everything. The other day, I saw a beautiful dog in somebody's journal, and they had put butterfly wings behind it. And I just wanted to throw up. Like, really? You were so close to breaking out of that rut. Why are you still with the butterflies? I get it. People like them. I get it. But why keep doing the same thing when there's so many other options? Bees were huge for a while. Everyone was doing bee-themed journals. Go back and look at the older journals. And bees and honeycombs were everywhere. And again, I blame Mr. Holt. He's got a lot of power. So, dear Mr. Holt, hashtag enough with the butterflies and botanicals. Thanks. Victorian, and everyone's doing what everyone else is doing. So take what you're learning and apply it to something that you love. My half-sister loves sugar skulls. So I'm doing this entire thing, sugar skulls. There will not be one single butterfly in it. There's no reason to put a butterfly in it, nor is there any reason to put botanicals in this particular thing. So again, back to sugar skulls, the offshoots of that. If you're not into sugar skulls are very popular tattoos. What about tattoos? A tattoo journal? Oh, beautiful. There's so many gorgeous tattoos, and you could replicate it with stamping and stenciling, and you could do a whole thing about tattoos. Yes, I know there are butterfly tattoos. Yes, I know there are flower and botanical tattoos. At least it would be heavy on the tattoo, light on the butterfly botanical. At least it would be a step in the right direction out of the B&B rut. Another offshoot of that, where you could go offshoot of tattoos, just weird tattoos. They're so much fun. If you want to do a fun one, do jacked up tattoos. A junk journal filled with images and comments and phrases about proper spelling and regrets, because holy smokes. Remember in the movie We Are the Millers, no more regrets? Really? Not even one letter? Really? So it could be that. It could be vintage tattoos. So beautiful. Or just beautiful tattoos. So that's an offshoot of the sugar skulls. Another offshoot of sugar skulls, of course, they're coming from Day of the Dead. These are Day of the Dead images. So if you want to do a Day of the Dead book, by all means. I don't know much about that holiday or the religion that celebrates it. Maybe it's a Christian. I don't even know. I don't know. I just know it's a thing. Day of the Dead. You could focus on just that. They're so colorful and bright. It could just be a celebration journal using bright whites, bright colors, bright tissue, bright stickers. It could just be a celebration journal. No specific holiday, nothing specific linked to it. It could just be celebrate. That's an offshoot of this new theme. It could be also, we're coming up on summer. It could just be the colors of summer. You know, blue skies and grape popsicles and strawberry ice cream and push-ups. And it could be a Dairy Queen. You know, now we're talking about all ice cream and summer treats. It could be lemonade and limeade and orangecicles and pink lemonade, and you know, there's so many other things you could do other than another tired butterfly and botanical. I hope this inspires you rather than irritates you. If it irritates you, I hope it irritates you enough to inspire you. If it irritates you, I might have hit a nerve, like, oh my god, yeah, I've done 17 botanicals. I love butterflies, but you're right. There's so many other options, and I have truckloads of them coming for you. So please stay tuned, like, subscribe, and share. I'd love to hear in your comments below, what does sugar skulls spark for you? Are you going to do a sugar skull one? Go for it. Have at her. Are you going to do a Day of the Dead one? Does the color celebration colors spark something for you? I'd love to know. I would love to know. If you want to admit below how many botanicals you have done, you can go ahead and do that. Cleanse, get it, you know, purge that demon, get it out of your system, and let's just move on. Shall we? Let's just move on. Please? Please, can we? Anyway, thank you so much for listening to my rant. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy your next new theme. Love to hear what you're coming up with. I am on Instagram at hashtag mytakeatthelake, hashtag New Theme Thursdays, hashtag Enough with the Butterflies and Botanicals, and hashtag Because Sassy Girls Craft Too. I don't think there's a because there. I think it's just hashtag Sassy Girls Craft Too, because, hello. You have a lovely, lovely crafty day. Go have some fun. Enjoy this beautiful day. I will see you again soon. My Take at the Lake, out for now.